welcome to my YouTube channel, Living in the Suburbs of Chicagoland. Today's session is going to be quite a departure from previous ones. East coast of this fine country of ours. My granddaughter, Joyce, was getting her master's degree from the drama school of Yale University. And my son, Brian, and his wife, Sheila, and I were driving across this great country of ours to the city of New Haven, Connecticut, to witness this momentous occasion. I don't have any photos of the trip. It took 2 days. We stopped somewhere in Pittsburgh going there, or not Pittsburgh, in Pennsylvania somewhere on our way there, and on our way back we stopped somewhere else in Ohio, I believe it was. Maybe it's vice versa. In any event, I couldn't take any pictures. Well, I didn't take any pictures because all it did was rain. And when it wasn't raining, we were traveling at a snail's pace because of all the road construction that was going on from Lakemore, Illinois, all the way to New Haven, Connecticut, actually to Guilford, Connecticut, which is up past New Haven. We were going to Guilford because there were no rooms in the inn in New Haven. New Haven isn't the largest metropolitan area you'll ever witness in your life. It does house, however, one of the finest universities, I would dare say, in the world. So we were traveling there to witness and honor the graduation of Joyce Cecil. She graduated in a 3-year master's program from Yale University. It's not because she loved going there and because she couldn't make it in the prescribed number of years. That's the duration of the typical Yale master's degree program. You're there for 3 years attending classes, and in her case, working on productions both on the campus and off. In fact, one of the shows that we witnessed when we were there the day before the commencement was a production in which she was showcased, at least her abilities in design and sound implementation. It was a showcase of hers for as part of her degree program. The commencement actually took place the following day. The show that was showcased in took place at the Yale Repertory Theater, which is a theater indeed that is sponsored by Yale University's drama school, but for the most part the participants are professionals. In this case, the actors were both professional New York actors. This was the second time this particular production had been done in the United States. It was a study of the dilemma or the problematic existence of Puerto Rico due to their financial instability based on what the United States is screwing around with their finances. In any event, it was more a political drama and more educational than, in my personal preference world, than it was an entertaining theater piece. It certainly was entertaining because the cast, there were only 2 members. One actor played numerous different roles in the production, and he was quite remarkable. His counterpart did a brilliant job as the provocateur of the action of the show. In any event, we don't care about that. All we care about is Joyce's sound design, which indeed was quite spectacular. But let's get back to our travels. We got to Guilford, Connecticut, which is about 15 or 20 minute drive from Yale University. And it was like a historic village. We went back in time to the 18th century. Virtually every home there, every building was reminiscent of the 18th century, the 1700s. Indeed, our particular unit, where the Airbnb that we were staying in, was built in 1744. Yikes! Anyhow, and I'll tell you what, the floors were a testament to it. The floors in this place were, the rest of the place nicely updated. We had a very excellent, spacious, and I'm sure fine kitchen. We had several baths. I indeed had my own suite in the upper level. I suppose an old attic at one point. I had my own bedroom. I had my own private bath. I had a sitting area and a place to set up my computer, etc. While my son and his wife were on the main level, which housed the common room and the kitchen, and they occupied one of the bedrooms on that level. And then the other daughter, Michaela, came in a day or so late, and she occupied the other bedroom. So we were all well encamped in this location, but the house Literally, 1744. Holy smokes. In any event, that was where we stayed. And the whole location, the whole neighborhood was homes of the same vintage. In fact, ours was protected by the Historical Building Society. And we were kitty corner from a nice park, almost a town square sort of thing. There was a breakfast place in Guilford. Wow, it was primo. And we went to various pubs and restaurants and enjoyed nothing but fine food and drink wherever we went. We went to one location on the coast. It was my choice because I wanted to have a lobster while I was out east. And we weren't in Maine, but I'm betting we had a Maine lobster. At least I did. I had the whole lobster. I had to have it. Gorgeous presentation. The thing was spectacular. I don't know if I made the best choice, though, because the rest of the party ordered a lobster roll. And this sandwich came back on French or Italian bread, depending on your preference. And it had just mucho lobster. I mean, to tell you, I think they probably had more lobster than I did, but I had all the fun of cracking the claws and ripping apart the tail, etc., etc. I made a marvelous myself. Thank God they give you those aprons or bibs or whatever the heck it is. Anyhow, we had a fine meal there. We went to an an East Indian restaurant for one occasion, following actually the commencement, because one of our party was a vegan, and a vegan don't even eat them anything that comes from an animal. So you have to find the right place for that particular diet. In any event, this Indian place did indeed, and I had a marvelous meal and learned what tandoor cooking is. My particular entree was prepared in a clay oven. That's what it's called, a tandoor. What a bright guy I am now. Anyhow, we had some really fine food and drink. We were introduced by our student contingent to the Yale pub. It's a pub that's its own, certainly operated by students of an expensive student-run pub, and it's attended predominantly by students, unless parents and grandparents happen to pop in once in a while, and we get to enjoy that student price range. So it was a delightful experience there. One restaurant downtown New Haven, by the way, is reputed to be the best place to get a pizza in the world. I think I take some umbrage with that remark. In any event, we did have a couple of fine pizzas there, and a vegan pizza as well, and some great cocktails. So anyhow, we really run the gambit in Guilford, and you know that we out there eat and drink well. The commencement itself took place the following morning after we attended the theater, and there were 2,100 Yale students graduating that day. Thank you, Jesus and the good Lord, for not having us sit through 2,100 presentations. The first thing that happened was commencement was supposed to begin at 10:30 in the morning. However, if you wanted a decent seat near one of the jumbotrons or the actual stage, you had to get there at 8 a.m. When we arrived at 8 p.m. on the button, there was already a line. So there were some people who knew more than we did about this thing. Anyhow, we waited there darn close to 2 hours before they said, okay, we can all go in now. And where we were going into, by the way, we're standing outside at 8 in the morning in Connecticut. It was not the warmest day, I can assure you. When we got in there, everybody was in parkas and long coats, etc., etc. But anyhow, where this commencement takes place is called the Yale Yard. And along with the 2,100 students, there were seats in there for the parents and grandparents and nieces and nephews and uncles and aunts that were there to represent their graduates. So this place is enormous. If it weren't for the jumbotron screens, we would have probably seen nothing. We did catch a glimpse of Joyce marching in on the camera. We were on the phone with her, and we were telling her when to wave her flag, etc., etc. So we were there for another 2 hours. We got out somewhere around noon, and from there we adjourned to the Yale Drama School. Actually, we went to the Drama School's theater, the physical theater, not the Yale Rep Theater, and we went there to represent or to witness the 91 graduates from the Yale school, and of course Joyce was a member there, and was presented her diploma at that time. So we did get to watch 91 people go from seat to diploma back to seat. The dean of the drama school was there, and beginning of the commencement, and then each of the students, if there were special honors to be presented, that took place there, and then finally decrees to the various students. That's the short of it. I certainly was there as a witness to this event, along with the proud parents, Brian and Sheila, and I'm sure this momentous occasion was represented by the other grandparents, at least there in spirit. I'm sure were hiding in the wings to witness this momentous occasion. So that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. The event took place a couple of weeks ago. We had a grand time, and we got just a wonderful experience of driving back for days. Oh boy. Anyhow, but I can tell you, taxpayer dollars are at work in spades. They are just, it's enormous. The number and the amount of work that's being, our highways, bridges, everything out there that condones the four-wheel vehicles also drive across this country. Anyhow, if you enjoyed today's session, even though it wasn't about living in the northwest suburbs, why please press that subscribe button and join us in the future for a video that actually deals with living in the suburbs. In fact, the next one we're going to delve into is the real estate world, from a listing of mine that just recently closed, or is about to close today, as a matter of fact. And we'll leave that, and I'll try to some videos of that event as well. Certainly the unit that was put on sale back a couple of months ago and listed in Lake Barrington Shores for the price tag of somewhere around $450,000 is a marvelous 3-story unit. We'll talk about it then. I hope you enjoyed today. And if you've got a real estate question that is burning in your mind that you've got to have answered, well, please feel free to call me, Dennis Cecil with Baird & Warner at 847-651-2582. I'm with Baird & Warner Real Estate in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Dealing predominantly in the northwest suburbs, although today, well, I guess Berwyn and those locations are really suburbs, but they're quite close to the city. So come and join us. If you got that question, call me at that number, and if you want to hear more videos in the future, see more videos, I'd be happy to bring them to you. Or you can subscribe and see the various several 40 or 50 or 80, I forget how many videos we have already that deal with living in the suburbs of Chicagoland predominantly. We deal with the entertainment world, the restaurant world, and predominantly the real estate world. So, see you then. Have a great day. Ta-ta for now.